Good morning. It is day number 69 on the Appalachian Trail. Slept really good last night. Slept right next to that stream that you saw me soaking my feet in. Man, when I sleep next to a stream, I sleep like a baby. But I tell you what, that was probably the coldest water that I have stuck my feet into since I've been on trail. Whew, that was cold water. I could only keep my feet in there for a few seconds at a time. I only plunged them like 3 or 4 times, so cold water, but man, makes your feet feel great. Sun shining, beautiful morning. Kind of cool, but not too bad. Should be a good day. Got one beast of a climb here in about a mile or so. I think I'm climbing about 2,200 feet or something like that. Once we get that out of the way, should be some cool stuff to see today. Going through some pastures, and so hopefully we'll see some cows, which cows aren't that cool, but you know, something to see, something different. Should also be passing I believe it's called the Kefir oak, which is the largest oak tree in the southern part of the trail. They say it's like over 300 years old or something like that. So we should be passing that Kefir oak. And also I'll be passing by, hopefully, the Eastern Continental Divide, which is kind of cool. And I believe that's where the water, from the divide, the water to the east of it flows into the Atlantic, and then the water to the west flows into the Mississippi. So I'll be passing that Eastern Continental Divide sometime today also. So some cool stuff to see. Looking forward to the day, and just can't wait to see what else happens. I mentioned yesterday that I've come to the conclusion that this is the hardest thing I've ever done. This through hike of the Appalachian Trail. But I also mentioned yesterday that also contributed to making it one of the best things I've ever done. I'm going to explain that in just a minute, but I've had a lot of great things happen to me in my life. When I think about what the list of some of the best things are, when I think about what that list would be compiled of, there are certainly some standout things. One of the best is when I was saved and born again, and when I became a follower of Jesus. One of the best is when I became a husband, married my high school sweetheart, the love of my life, and became the husband to my wife. One of the best is when I became a dad to my 2 kids and had the pleasure of raising them and watching them grow into 2 fine young adults that I could not be more proud of. One of the best things I've ever done is gaining another daughter, my daughter-in-law. So now I'm a father-in-law to her, and a person could not ask for a better daughter-in-law than she is, and I'm so proud of the life that her and my son are building together. One of the best things is when I became the pastor of our church and was given the privilege, the honor of preaching and teaching and ministering to and serving the congregation there at the church. And so there's been a lot of best things in my life if I try to compile a list, and I tell you, if I can pull this thing off, if I can finish this hike, if I can reach Mount Katahdin, put my hand on that sign, touch that sign on the top of Mount Katahdin, it will be a defining moment in my life, and it will certainly be added to the list of one of the best things that I've ever done. And even on the tough days, even on the hard days when it's difficult, it's still exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for something to test me, to push me to my very limits, and this trail has certainly done that. This thing is a monster, and it throws everything at you. And so, if I can finish this thing, it will be a defining moment for me, and will certainly go on that list of best things I've ever done. This thing is my Mount Everest. This thing is my Barkley Marathon. If you don't know what the Barkley Marathon is, there's a cool documentary. Check it out sometime. But this trail is that for me. This is the most adventurous, the most insane, the most beautiful, the most miserable thing that I've ever done. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's also one of the best things I've ever done. Made it into camp for the night. Niddy or Nide shelter, however you pronounce that. Did an 18.4 mile day. Good day. Super tired. Just super tired. It's a lot of hiking. It was a tough hiking today too. Had 2 big climbs and some really tough rock scrambles. But fun day. But glad to be in camp. Glad to have filled my belly up with dinner. Got my tent set up. I think that might be it in the back. You can see it. One of those. Got to see the Kefir Oak, which was really cool. Saw the Eastern Continental Divide, which was really cool. Saw a bunch of, and I've heard these pronounced 2 ways. Cairns or Cairns. I'm not sure which is the proper pronunciation. I call them Cairns. But there was a bunch of those up on the ridgeline. Apparently farmers built them back in the day for whatever reason. So saw those. Didn't see any cows. We went through a bunch of the pastures or meadows, whatever you want to call them. And but we didn't see any cows. But we got some trail magic today, which trail magic has been few and far between here in Virginia. But there was a cool old guy sitting there with his pickup truck on the side of the trail, just passing out the trail magic. So that was nice. And so that's just going to do it for today. Again, super tired tonight. And so I'm going to get over there, crawl in the sleeping bag, and just enjoy a night's rest. Oh, song of the day, Billy Strings, Away from the Mire. Been in my head all day long. So, all right, thanks for watching. Take care and happy trails.